Among the 12 apostles, one stood closer than all the rest. His name was John, fisherman, witness, and beloved disciple. While others are remembered for deeds of power or missionary journeys, John is remembered for intimacy. He was the disciple who leaned close, who listened deeply, and who allowed love to transform his soul. John was the son of Zebedee, a fisherman working beside the Sea of Galilee. One ordinary day, as nets were mended and boats prepared, Jesus called him. Without hesitation, John left his father, his livelihood, and his former life behind. From the very beginning, John's journey was marked by radical trust. In his youth, John was intense and uncompromising. Along with his brother James, Jesus gave him the name Boanerges, sons of thunder. They were bold, passionate, and at times quick to anger. Yet this fire within John would not be extinguished. It would be refined. John was invited into the most sacred moments of Jesus' earthly ministry. He witnessed the raising of Jairus' daughter, stood in awe at the transfiguration, and remained near during the agony in Gethsemane. These moments shaped his understanding of Christ not only as teacher, but as divine Son. On the night before the crucifixion, John reclined beside Jesus at the Last Supper. In quiet intimacy, he leaned against the Lord's chest, close enough to hear his heartbeat. It was here that John learned the meaning of sacrificial love, humility, and service. When fear scattered the disciples, John did not flee. He stood at the foot of the cross, watching the suffering of his master. Beside him stood Mary, the mother of Jesus. In that moment of anguish, John's loyalty was proven not by words, but by presence. From the cross, Jesus spoke words of deep trust. He entrusted his mother to John's care. From that hour, John welcomed Mary into his home. This sacred responsibility symbolized the birth of a new spiritual family, united by faith, not blood. On the morning of the resurrection, John ran to the tomb. He saw the stone rolled away, the linen cloths lying there, and Scripture tells us simply, he saw and he believed. Without seeing the risen Christ, faith had already taken root. Years later, John wrote a gospel unlike any other. He spoke of Christ as the eternal Word, present before creation, full of grace and truth. His words invite not just understanding, but relationship. In his letters, John returned again and again to one message: God is love. True faith, he taught, is lived through love, light, and obedience. These were not the words of a young zealot, but of a soul transformed by decades of walking with Christ. In old age, John was exiled to the barren island of Patmos for his faith. There, in solitude and suffering, heaven opened before him. He received visions of cosmic struggle, divine justice, and ultimate victory. Through John, the church received the book of Revelation, a message not of fear, but of hope. His life stands as a testimony that faith matures into love, and love endures unto eternity.